Hey you guys, I'm back and I got my hair done today. So I'm kind of excited that I don't feel as ugly as usual. And we're gonna try to do a date night tonight because I don't want it to be a waste. Like I can't do my hair like this really. I hope it falls a little bit. These ringlets are a little tight. But anyway, I got a question on one of my other videos, and I've been meaning to make a video about this. From Amy Briggs, she asked if there's been anything embarrassing like farting or gas. And the answer is yes, it's been really intense. Specifically in the first trimester, it was like that kind of smell had never come out of my body before. I didn't even think that humans could produce smells like that. It was so disgusting. It was like death. And I used to have like some try like not embarrassment around my husband, but I wasn't just like ripping ass all the time. But there was nothing I could do. Like he claims that there's a way to hold in a fart, but I don't know how to do that. Maybe for like 5 minutes, but anything longer than that, definitely not. And I think it would be really bad for your body, honestly. He claims that he can do it. I don't know how you would do that. So, I mean, it was kind of scary to be in public and, you know, have this horrible smell happening and just thinking like, oh my God, people are going to notice it's me. Like everybody would say something like, oh my God, what is that smell? Let's move away from this area. Like, luckily, it would be in a group of people, so you never know who it was. But if it was just me and one other person, I mean, it was obvious it was me. And later in my pregnancy, you could tell that I was pregnant. So everybody knew it was definitely the pregnant girl that was making like that horrible smell because it's a notorious thing for pregnant people to have this terrible gas. And I think it might be because you're like in the first trimester doing all this really heavy lifting, like growing nervous systems and hearts and stuff. But anytime my husband would give me shit, I would just say, it's your baby and it's your genes. And that's why it's happening because that smell has never come from me before. And also, like later, I mean, a funny story that happened to us was when we went to Hawaii my first trimester, and I really wouldn't recommend traveling in your first trimester because I was just so miserable. And at least I was miserable in a pretty place, but I just wouldn't like to spend all that money and be miserable. I'd rather just like not spend money and be miserable at home. But anyway, on the flight back, it was 7 hours, and we got extra legroom seats, and I have a really hard time sleeping on planes. It was an overnight plane, and I like set up on the floor with like a pillow and a blanket and like two Unisom tablets because that's all we're allowed to take as pregnant people, and actually got to sleep a little bit. And Jonathan said that my husband said it was like the worst it's ever been. It woke him up out of a dead sleep multiple times. And the people behind us kept looking around like, who the hell is that? Like, and it looked like it was Jonathan because I was on the ground and you couldn't see me. And it was clearly coming from like our row. So it was pretty funny and probably like something that we'll always remember. I really hope that this goes away after pregnancy. I mean, it wasn't an issue before pregnancy, but I've just gotten pretty real with people. Like, I have to tell them, I farted and it really smells like we need to move away from this area. And they usually think it's funny, but if I don't say anything, I almost feel like it's like worse or something. And the other day I was in newborn class and like in this later trimester, it happens and I don't even know it's coming almost. Like it's more like they make noise rather than just smell horrifically. And so we were in a newborn class and I totally farted and people like heard. And luckily everybody just understood because we're all pregnant in the class, but it was pretty mortifying. I don't know. That's one of those things that I like kind of have nightmares about is like audibly farting and everybody hearing it and they're strangers. It's like so embarrassing. But it just part of being pregnant. So at this point I'm just like, yep, that's the deal. Nothing new there. And Jonathan's gotten pretty used to it too. So I hope that answers your question, but I just wish that I had like a solution, like something I ate or take that, or like could take that made it go away or not smell so wretched. Um, but I never figured it out. The only way I knew how to handle it was to be upfront with people. Like I even went on a road trip with a friend and I was like, I have to be real with you if we're gonna share a bed. I've been having some killer gas. Like I would feel wrong not warning you ahead of time. And she was like, it's okay, I grew up with brothers. So hopefully that helps somehow just to like, you know, clear the air, not trying to be punny or anything, but letting people know, and they're generally pretty understanding. Um, so anyway, I will talk to you guys tomorrow.